I know this may sound unusual. You've probably been told for years, drink more water. It's good for you. But here's what almost nobody tells men over 50. Most are drinking water in ways that actually harm their sexual health. The timing is wrong, the amount is wrong, and sometimes even the type of water works against them. And when you fix these simple mistakes, you can improve your circulation, restore your energy, and yes, strengthen your erections. Today, I'm going to explain why water plays such a powerful role in your sexual performance, how even mild dehydration can slowly destroy your drive and function, and the exact way to drink water so it supports strong, reliable erections after 50. By the time you finish this, you'll understand why I often call water the most underrated performance booster on the planet. Let's begin with something simple, but almost always overlooked. An erection, at its core, is a hydraulic event. Think about it. Just like a garden hose needs water pressure to spray properly, your erectile tissue needs a steady, forceful flow of blood to fill it, expand it, and hold it firm. Here's the most important detail. Your blood is made up mostly of water. When your body doesn't have enough of it, your blood volume falls, circulation slows down, and the perfect pressure needed for a strong erection gets compromised. This is not just theory. I see it in men all the time. Guys who are only slightly dehydrated report their erections as softer, slower to build, or fading faster than they used to. When you're running low on fluids, your body doesn't just feel a little thirsty. It actually goes into a survival mode. In that state, your brain, your heart, and your most vital organs get the first priority. These organs claim the reduced blood supply. And here's the tough truth. Your penis does not make that priority list. So even if your mind is ready, your body literally may not have enough pressure to send the proper blood flow to sustain firmness. And this is before we even talk about how much overall energy is drained when your cells are dehydrated, which directly kills your desire in the first place. There's also another issue hiding in plain sight. Dehydration thickens your blood. Imagine pouring clear water through a straw. It moves freely. Now imagine trying to force syrup through that same straw. That's what thicker blood does in your arteries. It struggles, especially in the smaller arteries that feed the penis. And after age 50, the challenge doubles because blood vessels naturally lose some flexibility. Collagen shifts, nitric oxide production declines, and small plaques may start building up. If your arteries are already a little stiff, the last thing you want is thick, sticky blood trying to move through them. The result is often half-hearted erections, ones that demand more effort to achieve, or ones that fade away too early. This isn't always a hormone issue or a mental block. Sometimes it's as basic as trying to run a hydraulic system without enough fluid in the pipes. The good news? This is one of the easiest problems to fix once you learn how. You might be thinking, all right, I'll just drink more water. That's the right instinct, but here's where men often go wrong. It's not only about drinking too little, but also about drinking the wrong way. Yes, there is a right and wrong way to drink water. One of the biggest mistakes I see is what I call the panic chug. This is when a man realizes he hasn't had water all day, then suddenly downs 2 or 3 big glasses at once, often right before intimacy. The idea is to flood the system quickly. But in reality, this can actually backfire. Rapidly drinking a lot of water can dilute your blood sodium too fast, a condition called hyponatremia. This doesn't just leave you bloated. It can trigger headaches, dizziness, and even muscle weakness. On top of that, a sudden flood of water overloads your bladder. Instead of enjoying the moment, you're distracted by the pressure to run to the bathroom. Not exactly the kind of performance upgrade you were hoping for. Another common mistake is what I call the desert and flood pattern. This is when you go hours without drinking a single sip, letting your body dry out like a plant baking in the sun, and then try to make up for it in the evening by guzzling several glasses at once. The truth is, your body thrives on consistency. Your cells, your arteries, and your erectile tissue all function best when they are steadily hydrated, not swinging between droughts and floods. Those extreme swings stress your kidneys, your heart, and your circulation. And here's something few people realize. Thirst is actually a lagging signal. If you're waiting until you feel thirsty before you drink, you're already behind. By the time your brain registers thirst, your body has already slipped into a state of mild dehydration. Blood flow is already slowing, and your erectile tissue is already functioning at less than its best. That's why thirst alone is not a reliable guide if you want peak performance. And after 50, your body is less efficient at conserving and distributing water compared to when you were younger. This means dehydration hits harder, and its effects show up more quickly. The real solution isn't just more water, it's smarter water. Drinking the right amounts at the right times so your system always has what it needs for both daily life and intimate moments. Here's the simple method I give my patients. And it's so basic you might be tempted to brush it off, but don't. The first thing I recommend is starting your morning with a tall glass of water, at least 300 to 400 milliliters, within 20 minutes of waking. Think about what your body has been doing all night. You've been breathing, lightly sweating, and filtering waste through your kidneys for 7 to 8 hours without a drop of fluid. By the time you wake up, you're already mildly dehydrated whether you feel it or not. That morning glass acts like the first rinse of the day. It rehydrates your cells, wakes up your arteries, and signals your kidneys to start flushing out waste. Since erections depend on strong circulation, this morning hydration is like priming a pump before turning it on. If you want to make that glass even more effective, add a small pinch of pink Himalayan salt, not too much, and squeeze in the juice of half a lemon. This isn't just for flavor. The natural minerals in the salt, such as magnesium and potassium, restore electrolyte balance. Those minerals are essential for proper muscle contraction and nerve signaling, including the smooth muscles in your arteries that allow blood to rush into the penis. The lemon adds vitamin C, a strong antioxidant that protects nitric oxide in your blood from breaking down too fast. Nitric oxide is the gas your body makes to relax and open blood vessels wide. Protecting it means longer, stronger erections. After that, the strategy becomes what I call the steady drip. Instead of pounding a couple of big glasses here and there, sip smaller amounts, half a glass or so, every 45 to 60 minutes. Think of it like keeping a garden hose under steady pressure instead of shutting it off for hours and then blasting it full force. That steady hydration keeps your blood volume optimal, prevents the sluggishness of mild dehydration, and lets your circulation system perform at its best all day. This matters even more if you're planning physical activity. And yes, intimacy absolutely counts as physical activity. Well-hydrated muscles, including the pelvic floor muscles, work better and recover faster. The pelvic floor is crucial for intimacy. It's what controls the firmness of your erection, your ability to sustain it, and the strength of your climax. If those muscles are dehydrated, tight, or fatigued, performance drops. Here's a practical tip men love. If you know intimacy is coming later in the evening, keep up the steady sipping during the day, but stop drinking larger amounts about 45 minutes before. This gives your body enough time to process the water without leaving you distracted by a full bladder. You'll still enjoy the benefits of hydrated circulation and ready muscles, but without that uncomfortable interruption. Hydration doesn't just affect blood flow. It also shapes hormones and nerve signaling. Testosterone production is a multi-step process that depends on healthy kidney and adrenal function. Your kidneys regulate blood, electrolytes, and fluids, which directly supports hormonal balance. Your adrenal glands, sitting on top of the kidneys, help make testosterone precursors. But when you're dehydrated, both organs work harder just to keep you alive. That stress boosts cortisol, your stress hormone, and cortisol suppresses testosterone. High cortisol over time lowers libido, weakens energy, and damages sexual performance. Now think about the nerve side. Erections aren't just about blood. They're about signals. Your brain sends precise messages down your spine through pelvic nerves into the penis. These signals must be fast, strong, and coordinated. Dehydration messes with that because nerve cells rely on fluid balance. When it's off, signals slow down. The result is slower arousal, delayed firmness, or difficulty maintaining it because the communication is disrupted. Staying well hydrated keeps the sodium-potassium pumps in nerve cells working properly, letting signals travel quickly and smoothly. That's why hydrated men often say their erections just happen naturally, without effort. It's the difference between streaming on fast internet and dealing with a buffering video. Hydration also supports nitric oxide production at the cellular level. And nitric oxide is the final trigger that turns nerve signals into actual erections by opening penile arteries. When you combine consistent hydration, smart electrolytes, and a nutrient-rich diet, you give your sexual system both the hardware and the software it needs. Now here's another trap. Many men proudly say, "I drink plenty of water." But when I ask what they actually drink, the truth shows up. Much of it is coffee, tea, soda, or alcohol. These contain water, but they also dehydrate. Coffee and tea are mild diuretics, pushing your kidneys to flush more fluid. Alcohol goes further, shutting down the hormone that helps you retain water. That's why alcohol leads to more urination and quicker dehydration. The problem is mild dehydration doesn't always feel dramatic. You may not feel parched, but your body is still running low. One reliable check is urine color. Pale yellow usually means you're hydrated. Dark yellow is your body's quiet way of asking for more fluid. Another overlooked signal is that mid-afternoon crash, the heavy feeling where your eyes want to close. Often it's not hunger, it's your body conserving energy because blood volume is reduced. Dry mouth is an obvious red flag. But cramps, especially in the calves or thighs at night, are another clue. Many men think it's just aging, but cramps often mean dehydration and low electrolytes. Without enough water, muscles can't contract and relax smoothly, so they seize while you rest. And here's one more subtle clue. Weaker or less frequent morning erections. Those nighttime erections depend heavily on blood flow and nerve signaling, so dehydration quietly reduces their strength and frequency. Now here's where things get exciting. Water alone is powerful, but when you pair smart hydration with other performance habits, the benefits multiply. It's like upgrading both your fuel and your engine at once. Foods that boost circulation like beets, spinach, berries, and salmon help keep arteries flexible, reduce inflammation, and raise nitric oxide. With good hydration, these nutrients travel faster to your pelvic region. Physical activity also helps. Even a brisk 20-minute walk improves blood flow, nutrient delivery, and waste removal. But if you're dehydrated, the exercise benefit shrinks. Your blood thickens, your heart strains, and muscles tire faster. Hydration ensures the extra circulation from movement actually reaches your erectile tissue. And don't forget sleep. Your body makes most of its testosterone in deep sleep. But dehydration ruins this in two ways. First, it wakes you up more often from thirst or from a racing heart compensating for low blood volume. Second, it increases nighttime urination, breaking your sleep cycles. The outcome is less testosterone, weaker recovery, and poorer performance. When you drink water steadily through the day, not too much at once, but consistently, you do far more than quench thirst. You build the foundation for better circulation, stronger erections, and higher testosterone. Add in the right foods, movement, and restful sleep, and you've got a formula for not only stronger sexual health, but overall vitality as you age. I've watched men in their 50s, 60s, even 70s transform their intimacy, their confidence, and their daily energy simply by fixing their hydration. Water is not just about avoiding thirst. It fuels the very systems that make you feel alive, capable, and desirable. When you hydrate properly, you give your heart, your arteries, your nerves, and your hormones the conditions they need to perform at their peak. So tomorrow morning, start with that tall glass. Drink steadily through the day. And watch over the next couple of weeks as your energy rises, your mood lifts, and yes, your erections return stronger and more dependable. Small steps add up. This one is free, safe, and benefits your entire body. I'm Dr. Sophia Carter, and I want you to know your best years are not behind you. They can still be ahead if you care for the basics.